welcome to this segment of Spartanburg Now. I'm Sonia Colbreth with the City of Spartanburg. Joining me is Mayor Pro Tem Robert Reeder and Parks and Recreation Superintendent Brian Wofford with the City of Spartanburg. We're here at the new C.C. Woodson Community Center located at 210 Beaumont Avenue, and we're going to talk to you today about this wonderful new facility. Robert, it's my understanding the project initially started out as a renovation of the old facility. Can you tell our viewers how we got to where we are today?
Sure, Sonia. It did start out as a renovation project. As you can see, the fill is gone with the Housing Authority. It was a Hope 6 grant. And then the Hope 6 grant, the Housing Authority, which the Roy Lane, the past coordinator of the Housing Authority, me and him sit down and I asked him, Roy, instead of building another center that's less than 100 yards away, can we come together and do some renovation? Well, out of all of that, Sonia, we sat down, we talked, and he got with city staff. And instead of doing renovation, we ended up with a fine facility here with the partnership with the Mary Black Foundation, SunTrust, the city, and a lot of whole other entities that played a part in this. And so instead of renovating, we ended up with a fine facility in the community. And this is just another way that where you come into partnerships and the city continues to grow, and that the citizens in the community know that we still care for them. And this is going to be a great asset, not only just to the south side, but to the whole city of Spartanburg, with great entities that's going to come in here. And we got programs that's already scheduled that we had at the Marriott last year, but we're bringing it here. The Neighborhood Association conference going to be held here. So that's one of the great things that is coming. So it's going to bring a lot of entities to the community. The health and wellness room, that's one I'm looking forward to use, because I know that we all. And then the beautiful gym that we have, and then the other rooms, the meeting rooms and the teen room, and then with the programs that's going to go on here. So it's going to be a different outlook in the centers that we are used to, and we want to bring a new perspective. So it's going to be great, and I just can't wait till we come in here and then just start. But it did start out of innovation, but out of that, with the and then BMW stepped in, and we have a partnership with BMW with the nature trail that they're putting out. So that's going to be another great one as well.
Good, good. Well, Brian, can you describe the new facility and elaborate on some of the programming that's going to be offered?
Sure. One of the major changes is that the old facility, which stood on Liberty Street, is no longer there, and there is no longer, or currently no longer, access to the facility from Liberty Street. The access now is 210 Beaumont Avenue. But going through, to take you, I guess, through the facility room by room, we'll start with the health and wellness room. It will boast treadmills, ellipticals, recumbent and upright bikes. We will also have free weights. We will also have universal machines that will be able to allow users to work core elements of their body individually. So it gives everyone a little bit of something that they may not want to get from a gym per se. Not that there's anything wrong with gyms, but this creates an element of intimacy with workouts. We will also have a group exercise program. Users can come in and participate in aerobics, yoga, and even Pilates. We're looking to really kick off the health and wellness component with this center and giving the citizens of Spartanburg something to look forward to and get out and start working out. Next will be the teen center. Teens are a group that are commonly lost in most cities. We're hoping to recapture this group by giving them something that they really haven't had in this city. We're giving them their own space. In this space, they will have, which is called the teen center, they will have pool tables, they will have air hockey tables, they will have 42-inch TVs, they will have gaming systems, i.e. Wii's, PlayStations. They will also have their own lounging area, high top tables where they can, sit cafe style, maybe have lunch or snacks. They will also be able to engage with each other in a space in which they only know how to. We just really hope that we learn and find out what teens actually really want from us in this community. Next will be the senior center. This space is specifically dedicated to our senior population. This will give them an opportunity to be away from a lot of the hustle and bustle that will come through the community center itself. They will be able to play checkers, cards, just interact with each other, and just lounge. They will also have a 42-inch TV in their room as well, with a computer designated just for them. They will also have free access to the other parts of the center. So when they want to get away from the hustle and bustle of the activities within the center, they will be able to go back to their own specific quiet place. One of my favorite rooms in the center would probably be the Learning Center. We will have state-of-the-art computers for use. We will also house our after-school program out of the Learning Center. This will target two groups. One would be elementary age school kids and junior high and high school kids. We want to target specific programs for each of them as far as tutoring, as far as studying, as far as educational programs that cater to individual groups instead of just trying to lump them together. We also have programs for adults. With the economy the way it is now, a lot of people are looking to update their resumes. So we will have resume workshops. We will have computer workshops. A lot of people don't really know how to work a computer properly. This will also enable them to utilize tools that they can use in the workplace. The community room, which has an attached kitchen. The kitchen will have an industrial freezer, an industrial refrigerator, industrial microwave, and also an ice maker. This will allow events that come in have ease of accessing refreshments. The community room will also be a place for local meetings of neighborhood associations, local businesses, colleges, universities, or also will serve as a rental venue. People will be able to come in and rent the community room for parties and such, or whatever their pleasure. Then we have the gymnasium. I would consider this the diamond of the entire facility. It is a regulation basketball court which can actually be converted into 2 regulation basketball courts. We also have the amenity of being able to have volleyball courts. So we can not only play basketball games, but we can also have volleyball games in the gym as well. It can also serve many different roles. We have a electronic drop-down screen that will allow us to split the court into 2 halves. On one half you can have a basketball game, on the other half you can potentially have our aerobic classes going at the same time. So for us, we feel very, very fortunate to have this type of space within this facility. We also can have large events. The facility will hold up to roughly about 300 people. It will be available for rent as well. So if there's anyone who has a large event that they want to schedule, CC Woodson could accommodate. Along with the gymnasium, we also have a locker room. This will enable anyone who comes in to work out early morning or late afternoon to be able to shower before they actually go back to their regular lives or regular activities, whether it be work or to home.
Wow, Brian, it sounds like we have a really versatile facility here. Now, you've told us about what's going on inside. What's planned for the outside?
The outside is something that will be interesting. It's still under construction right now, but we will have a full-size football field that will house the CC Woodson Redskins. We're also looking to implement some other forms, non-traditional sports, i.e. soccer, to try to give the kids of this community a little something different as far as athletics. Something that has never gone underutilized that's associated with this facility is also the pool. It will be something that is magnificent that probably this community hasn't seen ever. It will be zero entry. And what zero entry means is that you will actually be able to walk into the pool from ground level. That's one of the things that from a wheelchair access, from little kids. It will also have lap lanes. So for anyone who wants to come in and kind of get more of a cardio workout as far as swimming, we will also have lap lanes. We will also have spray components. For the little kids who may not be able or ready to go into the full-size pool, we will have special water features for them as well that will spray water on them. They will have access to a fun summer as well.
Now guys, this new facility is built on the theme People, Partners, and Progress. Can you elaborate in your own words what that means to you?
People's Partners in Progress. That's where people are coming together, partnership with the city, and the progress is that we'll continue with the growth of the city, continue going into the communities, uplifting the communities, revitalizing the communities, and that's where that comes from, Sonia. And you heard a lot of great things that's going on here.
For me in our department, the people are the people that we serve. It will be the city of Spartanburg coming in, utilizing the facility to its utmost. We want it to be utilized. They deserve something like this. It's been something that's been needed for a while. Partners, you can't do this without the Mayor Black Foundation. You can't do this without the Housing Authority. And you can't do this without SunTrust and their new market tax credits that allowed us, from a financial standpoint, to build this great facility. Progress, you see it. This community is moving forward. We have a aggressive council. We have a great city management staff that is trying to take us to the next level. And you see that in this building.
On the advisory committee that's made up of the people from the neighborhood, Sonia, is that they got together at the beginning and at the start of this, and they was able to put their input and what they want to see in the facility, because we had several neighborhood meetings, and so we had the advisory group together to see what the citizen want in this facility, what some of the things that they would like to see. And so the advisory committee was a great committee, and it's made up of citizens from the South Side area, and so they played a very important role in this facility and what you see here today and what you heard Brian talk about.
Good. Well, we've told everybody what to expect when they come to the new facility. What can you tell us about our first event, Robert, that's coming up?
Well, the first event is March the 20th. We will have the ribbon cutting and the grand opening here on March the 20th at 11 o'clock a.m. That's on a Saturday. And I invite each and every one of the citizens to come out to this great opening, and because we're going to have some activities, we're going to have some fun, and just to come out and see what has been built in the city for the citizens. And it's a great facility, and once again, mark your calendars on March 20th, 11 o'clock, ribbon cutting and grand opening at the C.C. Woodson Center right here in Spartanburg, South Carolina, Sonia.
Robert, Brian, I'd like to thank you for joining me today, and we hope that you will join us for the grand opening event on Saturday, March the 20th at 11 a.m.